YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my June Boxycharm unboxing. So, like I do for these videos, before I get into my new box, I want to review my old products from last month to show you, not show you, but tell you what I thought of them. I decided not to keep the Liquid Glow by Temp2. It was a liquid highlight that was a really warm, bright gold, but there was nothing wrong with it per se. I didn't actually try it, but I'm thinking about, okay, when I'm not panning stuff, like when I'm not trying to finish stuff off in my collection, what is the kind of stuff that I naturally go towards? And the type of highlights I naturally go towards are pressed powder, which will come up in the new box in a minute, and I will use cream. I have a couple of cream highlights that I really like and like to use on their own. So I figured even without the almost $30 highlight that was in here, the box is more than worth it, which can be what I'm concerned about when I decide not to keep a product. And I loved everything else in the box, so I wasn't too worried about letting that go. So for the other products, first I have the round contour brush by Crown Pro. I love this brush. As you can see, it has been very well used. This is actually clean right now, but you know, when you use a brush so much, the actual texture of it will start to change a little bit. I really love this for foundation. I'm actually testing a foundation right now, and I've been using this a lot with it, and it works really well. You can use this for either powder or cream contour as well, and I did, and it works great for that. The only thing that is not a problem per se, I just catch myself doing, I hold this wrong. When I use this, I hold it like up here because the not staff, but this part is really flexible. So like when I try to hold it down here, you know, it starts doing weird things, but when I hold it up here, I can control it better. That is the only deal I have about this brush, is that the handle, there's the word, is really flexible. Maybe a little too flexible for my personal taste, but at the same time, it probably has to be flexible so that I can move with the contours of your face, thus being a contour brush. But personal thing, doesn't stop me from using it. Next was a somewhat combo item. They were counted as two separate items, but they really go together. It is the Brow Gal Convertible Brow Kit in O2 and the Brow Gal Brow Brush. So the brush itself, I like fine. The brush is a little more flexible than I like for a brow brush. My only, to say even issue is too strong of a word, but my only thing about this brush is this is $14. You can buy the same thing from e.l.f. for $3. Like exact, got a good spoolie. The brush on it is actually a little bit stiffer, which is what I prefer. So this is my travel brush, which is not a knock against it in any way. It's just that I already have one of these and I really only need one. So I figured, let me keep this in my travel bag. I don't keep any makeup in my travel bag. I just travel with more or less what I'm using every day. I might change my palette just depending on what I'm using at the moment. But I do keep a set of brushes in my travel overnight bag, and this now lives in that. So it definitely has a purpose, because if I have separate brushes, I don't have to try to remember to bring my brush roll. This though, this I love. Like, I've already put a considerable wear mark in the second and third shades, which are the two that I really use. The first one is a little warm for me, but I mixed 2 and 3 together and they're really nice. I have used them wet before, and which is, they say you can do to kind of make them more of a, what is that stuff called? The dip brow? You can make it a little bit more like a dip brow, or whatever the unofficial term for it is. The what's that word? The non-owned term for it, I guess. But if you do these with a cream, you can make them a little bit more like a dip brow, which is fine, but I'm fine with using it as a powder. So that's, when I use this, this is what I do. But I can't believe I put like that much of a mark in this. Like, not only have I worn away the top part of the area that I use, but like, it has a little dip in it. So I really like this, and I'm very happy to have it. Finally, and you can see how much I've been using it because it's actually kind of dirty. This is my Ibby Beauty Highlight and Contour Palette. I don't know who actually got the cream palette, because I said last month that my issue with the box in general was that there was too big of a variation in price between the cream and the powder contour palettes. I don't know who actually got the cream one. I think people that get theirs at the very end of the month might have gotten the cream, which really sucks, but I really enjoy this too. I only have 2 contour kits, so I don't feel like I have a lot of them. The other one is an LA Colors one that I'm going to be trying out soon in my next makeup basket. I didn't put that one in this makeup basket because I already had this one out. But I've definitely put like a little bit of a wear on the highlight 1 shade and the contour 1 and 2. I don't know how well you can see that, but I really like this. I think this, I don't necessarily know if this is worth $40 because you can get like the NYX contour one for $25, and the NYX ones you can actually buy like the single pans now. But, so I don't know if I would buy this for $40. Maybe if the website was having a sale or something, I could recommend buying it. But I'm very happy to have it. And I recommend, if you really want this, signing up for my subscriptionaddiction.com swap site and trying to swap somebody for this. Or see if somebody's selling it for a discounted price. Because it is really good. I just don't know if it's worth $40. But I don't know if the Anastasia contour kit is worth $40 or the Kat Von D one is worth the $42 you pay for it. But it's really good. That's just my opinion about contour palettes in general. But I'm very happy to have that. So I'm making it sound weird because I keep saying that, but I do really like it. So out with the old and with the new. What's on top is actually a brush. This is from Luxy Beauty. This is supposed to be a highlight brush. This is very flexible. Mine got a little bent in transit, but once I wash it, it'll be fine. And like all Luxy Beauty brushes, I have quite the collection now because I get the eyeshadow ones from Ipsy all the time, which I am not mad at. I love this brand of brushes. They're just kind of high priced that I wouldn't necessarily buy them on their own, but I love getting them for boxes. I just have fun kind of waving this around at my dogs because it's really bouncy because I'm stupid. And this is the highlight product that we got this time. I'm not even gonna take this out of the box. I will insert a picture of it so you can see like what it looks like. And that's because I've already swapped this. I'm just waiting on the confirmation shipping from the other girl because she has less than 5 swap reviews on the mysubscriptionaddiction.com's website, and when they have less than 5, they have to ship first. But once she ships and enters in information, this is going to her. It is the Artist Couture, let me take out the card. Let's see, Diamond Glow Powder. So this is apparently worth $27. But I'm not gonna use a loose highlighting powder. I don't care how good it is. That is just a little too much mess and effort for me. So rather than hanging on to it, using it twice, and then either never using it again and passing it on or forcing myself to use it up, I'm just gonna pass it on brand new as is. Which happens with subscription boxes sometimes, and I don't really mind. But I'm really excited about everything else, so it doesn't really bother me. Next is an eyeshadow palette. I will admit I wanted the number 3 because of the slightly different shade selection, but I swatched this and it's actually really pretty, so I'm not that mad. This is the Real Her Playbook Shadow Palette number 1. My dogs are destroying the couch currently. Trying to get into a freaking blanket because they are not chihuahuas, they are moles. But here it is right here. I've already pulled it out and swatched it once, so it's a little dusty. This kind of matte packaging gets filthy. And I'm not even one that really cares about, you know, my stuff getting a little dirty, but this, you touch this and it gets filthy. So it does come with a mirror. I still have the film on mine. And it's, you know, a fairly neutral palette. I do really like that kind of purpley shade down there. The 2 lightest shades aren't hugely pigmented, but that might just be against my ghostly white skin. And I would use them more as highlighty shades anyway. It does have 2 mattes. It has this brown matte in Strong and a black matte as well. So that is the second row right there. The top one is the matte. And the third row has the black, the purple that I'm interested in, and a darker brown. So it is not the most pigmented black, but for like outer corner work and setting your liner, it's more than pigmented enough, at least for me. My only complaints, that's too strong of a word, but my only thing to say about this, I wish these two shades were more different. That is these two right here. Like, one of them is more coppery, but I wish, honestly, this middle one was a pop of color, honestly. That's not necessarily what these palettes are for, but if I was making this palette, that is what I would want. This actually reminds me of the Makeup Forever Artiste palette number 1, which I have. It doesn't have that purple in it though, but it made me think of that. I got that as a Christmas present one year. So next we have one of the mythical Ofra liquid lipsticks. Unfortunately, I have no idea what this color is. I will try to insert it below, but it doesn't say anywhere on this. Had the option of getting 2 colors. Does it say on here which ones we could have gotten? Nah, that would be helpful. Now, this card here says Santa Ana, which I know is one of the colors we had the option of getting, so I don't know. But it is a very pretty color, and it is one of those that smells like cake batter, which I highly appreciate. As long as they don't reek, I don't really care what they smell like, but I can't be mad at cake batter, y'all. And finally, we have some face masks, some paper face masks, which if y'all follow me, y'all know I love. I go through a crap ton of these, but I've never used this brand, and this one is stuck to the freaking bottom of the box. I've never used this brand before. They are the Botanic Fiber facial masks. This from BioBell, that is the name of the brand. Let's see, paraben-free, gluten-free, no GMOs, which is always nice. This is a moisturizing one to help skin appear firm and smooth with hyaluronic acid and pomegranate. That'll be nice. This is Wild Rose and Vitamin C called I Woke Up Like This. I'm not sure how much I'll love that one because I'm not the hugest fan of rose scented things. There are very specific exceptions. I really love Stella by Stella McCartney, honestly, but most rose scented things I tend to avoid. And this one really intrigues me, actually. It is a primer to prep the skin for a flawless makeup application, so I have to remember to use this before I put on my makeup. We'll see. I really want to use it. I'm just not good at remembering things like that. It has tea tree oil, rosehip extract, and vitamin C. So this one might smell a bit like rose too. They do have expirations on the back, which I appreciate. Not that it expires for like 3 years, but you know, it's nice to know. Are these the ones that are made of like the biodegradable stuff? Okay, BioBell donates 1% of its US net sales to plant trees and restore forests around the world. That's cool. I mean, that's not a lot to donate, but that's cool that you even donate 1%. They ain't gotta donate nothing. See, if it's not this brand, there's something in my collection of masks that their stuff is specifically made with like biodegradable materials so that I don't have to worry about, you know, polluting the environment with the freaking mask that you can only use once and throw away. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!